My name is Harpal Kocher. I'm the founder of Success Coach and I'm a college admissions counselor. If out of this list of these 6 dimensions which I've called out here, if you could take a pick and say which of these is going to be really critical in 2022 and going forward, would you say it's GPA? A combination of GPA and AP, demonstrated interest for colleges, the personal essays that you send to the colleges, how persuasive those are, how meaningful were your extracurricular activities, would it be the quality of the recommendation letters, or even SAT, ACT, even though it's optional. If you ask me, my bet will be on the AP performance. Not the number of APs you take, but the quality of the APs and when you took it. In 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. Doesn't matter if your school did not allow you to take it. Did you self-study for it? Did you take it in a particular order that took you towards a demonstrator or a stated major? Did your extracurricular activities line up with some of those APs, what you learned from there? Did your demonstrated interest in the school of the kind of questions that you asked of the alumni or of the admissions officers or of the professors, did they match up to some of the things that you learned in your APs or in the GPA? See, the GPA has become pass-fail for maybe like 2 semesters. So that gives, that you can't really make that a least common denominator. SAT, ACT has become optional. Even though it's optional, I tell my students to take it. It is an important factor even now. The personal essays, if they don't rhyme with your extracurricular activities, if they don't rhyme with the APs and the GPA and the things you've done there, they don't really show a good story. If your recommendation letters don't vouch for those things you've written in the essays, and the essays don't come to the APs or to the extracurricular activities, again, things don't gel. You want your application to hum and sound beautiful when the admissions officer is looking at it. That's the goal of a comprehensive view of the application. That's something which I do at Success Coach. You see, I didn't have the means growing up to go to to counselors and to take lessons or to get coached. So I relied mostly on just reading online. So in some ways, this stuff I've done at Success Coach, the free classroom service we provide, services we provide, most of them for free, is really to help me build something which I couldn't find for myself. And I enjoyed doing this so much with my daughter when she was applying for colleges that I said, I need to start making this happen on my own, simply because I saw that many of the students that I was looking at and some of my friends, their kids, I could see a lot of friction there between the parent and the child, and a lot of immigrant parents like myself who did not know the process, and some of them who still don't know. I learned it. I actually went to Stanford to learn the process, so I went through a lot of details to figure it out over the last 5-6 years. But many parents still don't know, and the thing is, by the time they're trying to know it, it's already crunch time. You can't afford to mess it up when your student is in the junior year or, God forbid, senior year, and you don't have a admissions counselor, somebody who understands this end to end. So what you see on my website on Success Coach is a lot of things I've learned along the way. Myself, Shreya, who's right now at Wellesley as a junior, you can see her credentials. She's been at Microsoft, MIT research student, and at Wellesley. She graduated from Mission San Jose in 2019. My Dia is a younger one. She's a rising junior at Mission San Jose. But really, holistically, what we are trying to do with this website and give the details to you is really help parents and students make wiser choices of the subjects you take, what kind of APs you take inside the school and outside, the order in which you take them, the extracurriculars that are lined up with those. What do you need to do beforehand about the extracurriculars to pick up some activities, some skills, so you can actually be ready for some internships. Having confident conversations with professors, with admissions officers, with alumni of schools to show demonstrated interest, which goes far beyond what demonstrated interest sounds on paper. So in some ways, if you look at like even tracking intellectual curiosity, We teach you what intellectual curiosity is so you can actually observe it in yourself when you are bored and you're doing something when the chips are down. How do you come out of situations? Because most of us have fairly privileged lifestyles. We're not come from a famine or a earthquake-induced zone, but you still have a very unique story, and that has to come out in your essays and in your persuasive writing. So holistically looking at all of them together, the role that parents play in the process, which is helping the students with getting them to some of the colleges, to see colleges, to put together the list of and the deadlines and how they should plan for those deadlines, and getting them ready for interviews and for confident conversations, learning about some of the majors that are there. We actually even go through the details of showing you what the different majors are and tickling you for seeing which one you might like. But really, that's everything you get from us. So I hope you come along with the journey with us, to learn SAT, ACT processes, what the strategies are, which Shreya and Dia will talk about from their own experiences. But really, the three of us come together to explain these things to you, so you can make some great decisions about being financially savvy about the colleges you apply to. Okay. The admissions journey is a roller coaster. It's hard, it is stressful, it has a lot of moving parts, lots of attention required to detail, but as Mr. Einstein says, it's not rocket science, and I totally believe it's not. Important thing in high school is you want to dream big. You want to read a lot of books, you want to think about what can be done in the world. I mean, the world is at such a tumultuous stage right now that it's not, the job you'll be doing in about 10 years or 5 years might not be defined at this point. Rather, you might be defining it on your own terms. If you want to do it that way, then you got to dream big, you got to think big, you got to think outside the box about what can you do. You got to take risks, you got to push yourself a lot for certain APs, certain internships, certain scholarships. Just make it happen. Just do something on a daily basis so you are, at the end of the day, seeing some quantum return. If you look at a week ago, it's like you should be able to blog on a weekly basis. What the heck did you do? And it better be more than just playing some games or doing some goofy stuff on Xbox. Honestly, you are the best to decide where you want your career to go. Don't let your parents, don't let your uncles, don't let your friends bully you or make you think of it a different way. You know best what's best for you, and I let Shreya and Dia both decide as well the same way. I have been a coach to them, told them what they should consider, but hey, at the end of the day, they could become the world's best plumber. That's fine too. But just be passionate about what you do. Know what what are your limits. Eat well, drink well, think better, discipline yourself to wake up at different times, and just around the stressful times which college admissions are about. Listen to your intuitions. Don't follow just anybody and everybody just because they have a name around or it's a lot of marketing buzz about a particular school. Okay, and we teach you some of those things, how to not get carried away by just the marketing swab around. Quick details about myself. I am an engineer by profession, so I think very logically. Progression, making slow movements, Gantt charts, progression charts is really the way I think. I try to think creatively. My wife thinks I'm not a very creative thinker, but I try. Got my bachelor's in computer science from India, from Bombay. I wasn't really good at studies. I failed pretty often in my grades, particularly in engineering, but I'm still killing it. And that's one of the things to Success Coach we tell students is that, your grades are not everything. What you are doing right now might not be what you'll be doing in 10 years. So how do you get the flexibility? How do you think outside the box is really important, and to be open to thinking, to go deeper into history, to go deeper into literature, and having 4 years of language. We really talk about a lot of those ideas. And of course, I do crazy Ironmans, triathlons. I'm a runner, but that's just who I am. This is Shreya. Really graduated with awesome grades, and with Shreya, I went to like 16 or 17 different schools, and in person visited them. Made her go through a bunch of interviews with the schools. We prepared her a lot for those things, applied for a lot of scholarships, and she did really well. So, Shreya will be talking on this course a lot on the website, on the program. But feel free to reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you with any way we can be of help. And Dia is a junior right now, rising junior or incoming junior. Our mission statement is fairly unique. It's very simple. We think you're fairly unique and you have a lot of potential as a student. And our goal is really to get you to your best college at the lowest cost. I'm not talking about your dream college. I'm talking about the best college, which means knowing who you are, knowing your credentials, knowing where you want to go to find the school which is the best one for you. Harvard might not be the best school for you. Stanford might not be the best school for you. These are just some of the milestones that we would consider you to look at. Make sure your essays are persuasive. We have a lot of good content to talk about how you start writing persuasively, how do you build your colleges lists and into different, how do you prioritize, get down from 300 colleges to 50 to 20 to 15 to the college that you want to finally apply for. How do you apply between stretch, target and safety? Which ones do you apply first? Which ones you go later at? Which one is the first guinea pig school? The whole strategy around this thing, just think about those things, and your story matters. Let nobody tell you that you're not unique. You are unique. Okay, let even your mind not tell you that. And it's brainstorming strategies which we do, which is fairly unique, and we really make to understand maybe what you're about. Your 4-year plan. This group will tell you, or this course or this website will tell you about what kind of college planning can you do. 4-year plans for APs, for your internships, for your scholarships, for pretty much every step along the way. We can put a whole process, but really you don't want to do these things ad hoc. You want to have in a very planned, purposeful way, including your internships and scholarships. And that's it. Just stay in touch. If you reach out to me, and we can give you a 60-minute advisory session where you can talk to us about what you want to do, and we can hear you out. We can put together a personalized plan for you. That's for free. That's my email address, harpalkocher@gmail.com, and my website is successcoach.com. So please reach out.